So now we're going to look at quadratic functions. So when we have a function that can be written in this form, f of x equals ax squared plus bx plus c, that's considered a quadratic function, okay? So that's the form that we can write these in. There's also a standard form, but we're not going to talk about that right now. We're just going to talk about this form. That represents then a quadratic function. So one quadratic function we have is f of x equals x squared. So that's kind of the basic one that we have. And so I'm going to make a table of values so that we can graph this. So you know what? I'm going to scroll that up. A little bit too much room. Usually I don't leave enough room. Okay, so a table of values, x and f of x. And so I'm going to plug in the values for x, -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2. Now, those are just handy numbers to use, and that's what I chose. You can choose other values for x, but these are the ones I chose. Okay, so when I want to find f of -2, then I'm taking -2 and I'm squaring it, which is 4. So then now I have an ordered pair, -2, 4. -2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's that point right there. Now if I want to find f of -1, I'm going to square -1. And I get 1. So now I have this ordered pair, -1, 1. And it's that point right there. If I plug in 0, 0 squared is 0. And so I get the point 0, 0, which is right there. If I plug in 1 for x, I get 1 squared, which is 1. So I get the point 1, 1, which is right there. And then finally, if I let x be 2, I get 2 squared, which is equal to 4. And then I get 2, 4. Okay, so those are the points that I get from my table of values. And now I'm going to try to kind of connect the dots. And it makes this shape. It's kind of like a U shape. It should have kind of this kind of shape toward the bottom there, you know, where the 0, 0 is. And this shape is called a parabola. So it's pronounced parabola, that's how it's spelled. And that's what quadratic functions do when you graph them. They graph to be a parabola. Okay, so we're going to work on that in this section.